Hi, good morning, students. Hi, I hope you are in the pink of health. Okay, today we start chapter 10. I hope you've had a good week. Okay, enjoying yourself the holidays. We all do. I mean, we all did. I suppose we all hope that the holiday would have been longer. And enjoys holidays. Okay, so it's back to work now. Today we'll start 10. So today we're going to start on green technology 10.4. Okay, first of all, get the here. Hello everyone, good morning. Xin Hui, Kiet Yi, Yuning, Min Yin, Jen Shen. Okay, good morning. Nice to see you all right. Already all bright and shine in the morning, ready for class. Okay, are you able to hear me? Please feedback first before I start talking, and then I discover that I'm talking to myself. Okay, just type in the chat there. Are you able to hear me? Can hear or whatever? Okay, so that I can fix any problem. Okay, yes. Thank you very much for the feedback. Yuning, Yi Hui. All right. Okay. Good morning. Okay. Today we have a short lesson. All right. After that, we are going to go to Google Meet to give you more information on your PBL, which is your project-based assignment. Okay. Good morning, Minyan. Okay. Let's start by I'll share the screen. Okay. Let's look at this. Okay. Point. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So 10 points is green technology. All right. Oh, let me share. All right. Okay. You can watch this. Okay. Now, first of all, why do I skip? Because 10.1 we haven't done 10.3 because after this I'm going to give you I'm going to give you the details for your PBL too. Okay. So what is green technology? Green technology has a concept that has been introduced, I think, for the past at least 20. Okay, it's not really something new, but in our society, it has been in amongst us for a long time, quite some time. And then we're going towards green technology now. All the countries in this world are adopting because we want to go to a healthier lifestyle, and of course, the earth is actually being polluted very, very badly. Okay, so it is up to us to remedy or to change the situation because a lot of harm has done to the earth since the beginning of the industrial revolution that was back in the 18th century. Okay, 18th and 19th century. So a lot of carbon dioxide emissions started since then. A lot of waste products have been thrown into the environment, and it's actually greatly harming. And the last years, we've been witnessing an increase in the global temperature. So the warmer, and it's not. It is not. We're not lying to ourselves because there are statistics to show actually the temperature is warmer. So the average of median temperature now has risen for at least 1 to 2 degrees. Okay, compared to let's say from 30 to 40 years ago. Okay, so how do we use the word technology? Of course, green is the color of leaves. Green is the color of natural surrounding, the environment. So we use green technology, right? This term here, green. What is the definition of green technology first? So it's a concept. So to you, because 3 and green building. Okay, green building is one of the concepts under green technology. We did when you did your PBL 2 for Form 3, you were asked to make a model of a green. Okay, a green building does not mean a building that is painted green. A green building, in order to qualify as a green building, it has to fulfill some criteria. Okay, it must not be producing a lot of oxide, it must not be harming the environment, it must not be producing a lot of waste that will be harmful to them. Okay, so here, green technology, let's look at the concept here. It refers to development and action. Okay, that's so it can be anything that you design. It can be a building, like I said, a green building. It can be a new product. It can be a new invention. Okay, so development and application. Let me highlight this. Let's look at the keywords. Development and action of what? It could be process. Okay, so we look at these words here. A product, a device. It could be an It could also be a system. A system is one method where we run things. Okay, so a good system is SOPs, and then how you implement is a new product, a new of producing material. Okay, of producing a new a product that we use. So it's could be an item, it could be a physical thing, it's a product, it could be, or it could be a system, a method of producing a product that you want. Okay? So this is a development of these things to do what? What is the purpose? It is in order to preserve. Preserve. Okay, preserve means is to stop something from going bad or becoming worse. Okay, 保留 in drink. So in order to stop it from becoming worse, preserve or maintain. Same meaning as to preserve is to maintain. Maintain the environment and nature. Okay, and at the same minimizing or reducing the negative impacts. So what are the negative impacts about? Negative impacts could be carbon dioxide emission. So when we do something, there has to be products that's released or those, okay, in order to produce a product, a device, process of producing it, there will be things that you discard or things that you release away. So that will be the waste. So and that waste is most time harmful environment. So we need to reduce the negative impacts. Negative impacts means the negative impact is it M. Okay, that effect impact means impacts to the environment of human activities. So humans, factory, manufacturing is key. Okay, clearing the forest, human activity, development, using something for human activities. So we got to do all. So look at the keywords. It is develop, apply, in order to make our life better. Okay, make our life. The purpose of using things is to make new products. That product can help. Okay, we produce new detergent. We produce new product. For example, something to help us do our work better. These are the, in order to produce that, sometimes we also end up producing waste. Okay, so to preserve the environment and also use the negative impacts. So that is the concept in green technology. In order for it to be known as green technology, it must not harm the environment, must not be producing things that are very harmful to the environment, so can able to what they call preserve. Okay? So here we look at the notes here, the additional information. So here definition, number one here is the same definition as the one in the textbook. The criteria, in order to qualify as a green technology, okay, you got to ask yourself, is this green technology? Okay, or here that developed, is it green technology? Yes or no depends on the answer to this criteria. Number one, does it minimize the harm to the environment? Degradation means the harmful effect. Okay, so does it make the environment better? Does it make the environment worse? So it has to be able to minimize the bad effect. 2B, has zero or low greenhouse gases emission. Yes, it's important. So you must not be producing more greenhouse gases. So greenhouse gases would be outside, that's separate. You also methane. Okay, you also gases which are able to be trapped at the Earth's environment and increase the global temperature. These are called greenhouse gases. Okay, one of it is also the CFC, chlorofluorocarbon. Okay, the third one, criteria are safe to use. Okay, it also able to promote healthy environment for all forms of life. So it's also able to safe for you to use. It's also safe for the environment and also for the animals and the plants. Okay, not be just good you. It also has to be not harmful to the environment. That means all of life means animals and plants. Okay, not just human. Number D, does it conserve the use of energy and natural resources? Is it more substances from the environment, or is it minimized? Is it useless? Is your new system, new process of developing the product, is it using less electricity, less water, less electricity, natural resources like we call petrol, diesel. All these are natural. We know this. Okay, they are called natural resources. Is it using less or is it using more? So if it's using more, it's not technology. Okay. Lastly, promotes the use of renewable. This is also important. If it's using petroleum products, using natural gas, not technology. With green technology, ask, is my process here does it require the use of petrol? Does it require coal, natural? If the answer is yes, it's not green technology, because these are renewable resources. Petroleum products, they are not renewable products. It has to be renewable resources. So you got to be using solar. Okay, you're using wind, or we call in what else? You have wave, right? You have other renewable water. So all these are renewable. So it has to be, then it's on you can qualify as green technology. All of this criteria in. Now, what is the benefit of adopting green technology? What is everybody in this whole world, the countries and the government, they are adopting? Okay, because it can help or reduce the emission of greenhouse gases, reducing greenhouse gases, and also, of course, pollution. It increases energy efficiency. And energy efficiency is a concept that says that if I give you this much of energy, how much this system or this product, how much of it are you able to convert useful output? So if it's very efficient, that means I give this product or this very little energy, but you can have maximum output. So if it's efficient, you will say I give you minimum input but maximum output. Now that is efficient. Okay, rather opposite. Okay, something is not efficient. If I need to give you resources, but you give me the outcome or the result only very little, that is not efficient. Okay, the system is not efficient because you much effort, putting too much of the input, and it gives you so little result only. Good, because it's using too much energy, and so on. Okay, it also reduces energy consumption. The usage of energy has to be low. Okay, next one, protects the environment. Okay, so it's to protect the environment, including the plants and the animals. And also, some cases may be able to repair the damage done to it. It conserves natural resources, energy, and preserves mother. Okay, so the benefits of green technology, it's a lot. Okay, and it's the only way for us to rectify the damages that we have done environment for so many years. All right. Okay. So at the moment, there's no questions here. Let me go on to the use of green technology in environmental sustainability. So this chapter 10 is all on environmental sustainability. Okay, what does that mean? Environmental sustainability. Now, sustainability means able to carry on. Okay, in BM we call it kelestarian. Sekitar. So sustainability is able to carry on, to be stopped. So you want your environment to be healthy. Environmental sustainability concept to say that you want to carry out your development, you want to keep on producing products, cost for mankind development, of mankind improve. But at the same time, we must be able to also preserve our environment. It does not go bad, it become worse. So that is a concept called environmental sustainability. Sustainability able to carry on for a longer time, okay, maybe forever, okay, possible. So in Malaysia, all right, in 2009, it's not that young ago, it's not that not been a short time. So 2009, 10 years ago, we launched the National Green Technology NGTP, okay, National Green Technology Policy, okay, policy technology hijau, okay. So which emphasizes on economic growth and promotes sustainable development through green technology. So there are 4 pillars or 4 aspects that we want to tackle. Okay, the green technology wants to tackle, we want to four bits of 4 pillars, 4 fields, right? In terms of energy, use of energy. It has to be minimal, right? Has to deal with the environment. We want to stop it from becoming bad, becoming worse. Okay, it has to be able to, of course, we want to increase the economy, okay, to make a country more prosperous, and also improve the social. Social means is the style of the people, the community, okay, to improve the standards of living. Okay, so these are four. So and one S. Okay, let's do this. Now, energy. So we want to promote energy independence. We do not want to dependent on the natural, we call fossil fuel, right? The petroleum and the fossil. So we want to go diversify into more sources of energy. Usually, we want to go for renewable, wind, water, solar, hybrid. Hybrid means is a mixture. Okay, I'm sure some of you may have hybrid cars at home. Okay, so hybrid car is actually, whenever you see the word hybrid, it means it's not pure. Okay, hybrid just basically means it's not pure. It is a mix of at least two things. So a hybrid car may have the Prius, Toyota as a hybrid car. So what does it mean by hybrid car? It not only runs on petrol, which you, of course, you go to the petrol station and then you add in your petrol into the tank. It also is ability, the engine is able to run on electricity. So it has two. So when a car is at the traffic light and it's stopping, it's stalling, it's not accelerating, it's not going faster, right? It's at a constant speed, it's stop at the traffic light. What it does is your system of this car is able to convert from using petrol, it won't be burning petrol at that moment, it will be using electricity. So in other words, it helps you to save your petrol. Okay, so a hybrid car is more energy efficient because it runs on electricity some of the time, and also switch back to petrol, okay, on other occasions. So depending, there's a system that it knows what to do, when to go for electricity, when to go for petrol. So a hybrid car helps you to save. So when you fill in your petrol, one tank full, it can run for a few months. Not like us, right? Normally for my consumption, one full tank, of course, before the MCO it goes about for 1 month only. One full tank, it goes for 3 to 4 weeks. Okay, but if you were to get a full tank of petrol in hybrid car, it can go for more than 2 months, even more. Okay, than that. So it's energy saving, petrol saving. Okay, so green technology is proven to be more efficient because it generates various forms of energy with reduced cost. It's safe, user-friendly. Okay, so this running on electricity. Okay, because there's no pollution. The good thing about electricity is you do not what do you call that? You do not have the concept of combustion. You don't need to burn the petrol. You don't need to burn the fuel. So electricity is more energy efficient in the sense that it does not produce pollution, air pollution. Okay, environment. Minimize the negative impact. Okay, so it must not be able to harm. It will, of course, every system produces waste. Okay, you can't deny that every system produces waste. But whether that waste is able to harm the environment is a different thing. So if you want to produce waste, maybe waste in a minimal sense, and also this waste does not harm the environment. Okay, so it protects the ecosystem in various forms of organisms, increase the quality of air and water. Okay, we want to go back to the what we call natural environment, okay, where water was clean, okay, and air it was clean many years ago before Industrial Revolution started. Okay, reduce pollutants, protect natural resources. So we talk about flora and fauna. I'm sure you've seen this word before. Flora refers to plants. Fauna refers to animals. Okay, you see all that, and when you write your essay for PM and so on, right? This is also used in English. So economy. You want to enhance or to develop economy through the use of technology. So we're developing new methods of producing substances, things that you use nowadays, maybe instant noodles, right? We'll be using this method. So maybe you can have a different method, a newer method, in order to produce your noodles, instant noodles, maybe shorter time, using less materials and more products. Okay, in a shorter time is also good, right? Producing more in a lesser amount of time. That will be a quite improvement. Okay, so reduce operation costs. Maybe the new method will be cheaper. Okay, reduce operation costs, increase income, increases productivity. You can produce more in a shorter amount of time. Okay, so this is considered an improvement on what we already have. Okay, then social. Okay, so whatever you do, whatever product you're developing, it must be able to promote a healthy life for everybody, for humans. Okay, improvement and well-being of humans. Okay, so these are the 4 pillars that this NGTP is. Okay. Okay, next we look at, I want to go through this, this is C3. Now, whether you've heard of C3 before. CTREE. This is an acronym for Center for Education and Training in Renewable Energy, Energy Efficiency and Green Tech. Okay, now this is government for agency, okay, as it's set up by the government, and its main purpose is to develop green technology. Okay, so in Malaysia, our foremost body, okay, or the pertubuhan that is championing this green technology, it has to be C3. You can Google this up. You can find there's a lot of material there. There's a lot of information on green technology. Okay, the headquarters is in University Science Malaysia. This is in Pulau Pinang, in Penang. So you can go up, you just type C3 in the search bar and you come to the main page. You can go to, there are modules. Okay, they have developed modules on how to produce bioplastic. All right, we can also, in fact, we have done it before in 2 years ago. We did using banana peel to make bioplastic. Okay, so this is things that you can use your waste product. Okay, the waste product from your kitchen, from the food, expired food, what can you do with it? Instead of throwing it out, you can develop useful things from it. So this will be actually your title for your PBL2. Okay, I'll get into it later, right? Okay, let's go to next one. We've done this. Okay, so what are the, I'm trying to give you an idea. Okay, what are the applications of green technology to sustain the environment? Okay, so green building. Green building is one of the concepts under green technology, like I mentioned, right? Green building, you have done a simple one in Form 3, your PBL, where you get into groups and you use cardboards, recycle things that you throw away, right? Cardboards, paper roll, right? You use things to develop a model of a green building. So in order to call it a green building, what is the criteria? Okay, a green building is not green. A building is not green building just because you color it green, just because you paint it green, just because you plant trees. That's not the only criteria. There are others. In order to qualify as a green building, it has to be able to fulfill certain qualifications or criteria. Okay, number one, it has to use energy efficiently. That means it cannot be using so much energy that is eating up your energy resources and is producing very little output that you need, the useful output. It's able to conserve water. So how is the plumbing system in your green technology, in your green building? Are you recycling the rainwater? Okay, are you recycling the water that goes into the sewage? Okay, it causes minimum on the environment. So what does it look for? A green building generally would have solar panels. So because they make use of energy. Okay, because solar energy is free. The sun shines in all countries all over the world. It's just that different places you get more sunshine, some will have less sunshine. Okay, at different times of the year. So you're able to harness solar energy to convert it into electrical energy for light purposes. So does it run on light? Does it run on solar power? Your lighting. Okay. Does your water heater run on solar power? Okay. In that case, you will be able to save quite a lot of electrical bill, because heating up water takes up quite a lot of energy actually. Okay, process of heating, and are you using energy efficiently? Are you using the solar power? All right, there's one thing else we have gotten already. I'll come back to it later. Okay, what about water? Are you recycling water? Watchman, have you put a tank to catch rainwater and you collect the rainwater? Of course, you don't drink it, because if you want to drink it, you have to go through the distillation process, the filtration process, and so on, which could be that you may not be able to in a building, but you are able to use it for watering your plants, for washing your car, for cleaning toilets. Very good enough already. Okay, you don't need the water. You just use your water to do all this process of cleaning. Okay, of course, for drinking purposes, you need to have UV light to kill off your bacteria and all that. That would cost a lot of, that would entail a lot of process, more complicated, right? Of course, done, right? If it's your green building is really, really very efficient, you can have a water system in green building and treat the water, rainwater. Okay, materials. Is your building made up of recycled materials, which are maybe made from waste, recycled materials? For example, people have used discarded parts of the plant from the straw. Okay, straw is the stem and all that. They have been dried. They have been converted into building materials. They make bricks are butter, right, to construct building. They have also used materials from plants to make cutlery, plates, and we call it straw. I think bio something. I remember that there was this actively promoting this kind of cutlery, spoon and fork, knives and all that, or bowls and pans, and not pans, bowls and plates as cutlery, and made from straw. Okay, so that's one thing of recycling things, right? And materials for the building itself, they have made plastic recycled into bricks. Okay, the advantages of building green building: reduce negative towards human health, right? Because now we cause respiratory illnesses and so on. So it's good for the health if you don't have pollution, and also good for the environment. So save the cost of operation, recycling things, right? Maintenance and also construction. So example of green building is the Putra building in Putrajaya. Okay, it's certified a green building. So it has to certify certain criteria. It can be what they call certified as a green building. It has to qualify certain criteria. Okay, what else can you do? Okay, on green technology, employ green technology. Vertical garden. Vertical garden. I'm sure you've seen many modern landscapes have vertical gardens. What is vertical garden? Now you can see here. This is an example of vertical garden. Okay, it's a lot of space. It's safe as well. You can have the garden on the being arranged vertically. It can be built inside a wall. It can be built beside the wall where you have water. You can have hydroponics, right? Using water which is nutrient rich. You learn that in chapter 3. Nutrients. We use NOP solution. We can formulate the NOP solution. We can change it as when we need it. Okay, and also other than that, you can use soil. So you can either use soil, you can use the NOP solution in order to have your vertical garden or space. You don't need to use soil even. Okay, so improving air quality because it produces oxygen, right? It absorbs carbon dioxide and producing oxygen. So planting is always good. Planting green plants is always good. You can never go wrong if you have a lot of plants and chlorophyll around you. Okay. Next, conversion of waste to energy. Now this is our feature. PBL focus mainly on this one. So I do not want you green building. You've already done it in Form 3. So vertical garden will be quite difficult. Some of you are not very good learning, I'm sure. Not everybody has got a green thumb, all right? And then this one, the third one, converts to energy. Yeah, I want you to be able to convert waste to something that is useful. I won't specify energy, right? I will say something that I want you to make something that is useful with your waste material. Okay, so generate waste energy from waste such as garbage. What can you do with garbage? You're able to convert it into biogas. You're able to produce methane from there. So methane is a fuel. You can burn it. All right, you can use it to burn and you produce energy from there. Okay, anything else? Nothing on the chat. Okay, so and how is it converted into methane? Because it undergoes decomposition. So you need some form of bacteria. Usually what we do is we make use of the bacteria that is in the soil. In the soil, you have millions of bacteria. Okay, different types. You want something to decompose, very simple. You learn that in the nitrogen cycle, right? You just put it into the soil. And you have a lot of bacteria inside there that helps you to convert protein, whatever, lipid or carbohydrate that's in the whatever things that you are, the plants and the animals carcass or the remains, it will convert into your this useful material or the biofuel. Okay. Generation of renewable energy. Okay, so you're going to harness this wind and sun and waves. That's also one of the application of green technology. So out of the 4 here, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think the easiest for you to do will be to use your kitchen waste or your food waste or food that has expired. You're able to convert to something useful. Okay, so that is your focus for your PBL. Okay, so we go on to the last part here. Right? Examples of some practices. These are examples for you. Okay, incorporate the concept of green technology. So basically, conversion of waste into energy. So these are some of the things that you can do. Okay, so I want you to research into it, go into the internet. That's endless amounts of information. So I do not want you to go into the textbook just to produce your product. I want you to diversify, go in and explore, experiment with a lot of things. Okay, first thing, producing eco enzyme. I'm sure you have heard it before. I think some of you are Leo members of Leo Club. Have actually at 1 year, I can't remember which year, they have produced, the members have all got together for Teachers' Day present. Each of them did this eco enzyme. Okay, so every teacher was presented with a bottle of eco enzyme, which they developed at home. They've done it at home. And what can we do with this enzyme? We can use it as a cleaning agent, disinfectant, clean stuff around your house. You can even pour into your this water that you want to wipe your floor with, right? So it takes one day it takes about almost a month for this thing to ferment. So you gotta 3 months. I think no need 3 months lah, right? You don't have 3 months. Your project, I give you a project here. It's not, I can't give you 3 months, right? I can give you some time about you are able to produce if you want to, all right? So you have to use fruit waste. Usually we don't use animal because it doesn't really work, right? And it's going to be quite smelly actually, right? If you use animal products or animal waste. So you don't use the meat or the flesh of dead animals and all that. It's going to be quite smelly, right? So you need to put it into a special container. And you have bacteria here, all right? It's going to ferment it. It becomes alcohol, becomes acetic acid. So it's going to be this compost, this concoction. It's going to undergo fermentation. And after a certain amount of time, it will be converted into your eco enzyme. Okay, so you can use it for cleaning purposes. Okay, now next one, you can also go to this one, organic waste, bearing organic waste. You can use all this kitchen waste, right? You can also make fertilizer. Compost is a fertilizer. Okay, to use for your plants, to plant as a fertilizer for your garden. So for example, what I can give you is like maybe fruit peel. The best is always fruit peel, vegetable stem that you do not eat. You can't because it's too hard, okay? Especially towards the base of the stem. Sometimes you don't eat it, right? And also things that you throw away, like rotten tomatoes. Okay, rotten tomatoes, you put in the fridge for too long, you forgot about it, it becomes moldy. Things that become moldy, you can put it as compost. So in the soil, bacteria and fungi, which are able to compose these organic substances into, they break it down. They break it down into simpler elements, for example, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and so on. Eggshells will have calcium. You put your eggshells, okay? It will return all these minerals into the soil, and you can use this soil as your budget, as your fertilizer, because it already contains nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, and so on. Okay, it also has a rich source of copper, magnesium, and all this. You can also throw in something like maybe something that is dried, ikan bilis, the head, ikan bilis head. Okay, you always peel, right? In the arms of mama, ikan bilis head, you can throw in there. It will also ferment. Okay, so usually I would prefer you to use plants because if you use animals, it could be quite smelly. So you have to have it covered up. in a jar or in a container, it's going to be very smelly. Okay, so you will have odor problems if you use animal-based material. Right, cover it and make sure your cat doesn't go into that place there, and you, because it smells. So cats and dogs, they have very sensitive sense of smell. They're able to detect this. They may want to dig it up. Okay, so it's going to be ugly if you dig it up. So try to have it covered and make sure your pet doesn't go into the garden and dig it up. Okay, converting organic waste. Okay, so this is difficult for you to do because when you use this, your product you're going to get is methane. So methane is dangerous because it's flammable. So I do not want you to produce methane. All right, you could accidentally set off methane. All right, you can actually ignite the methane. You can combust. You could burn, and then methane is also generally smelly. Right, so I don't want you to do it. Right, so but it has been done before. It is converting organic waste into methane, and you can use it as a fuel for vehicles. Okay, so cooking, you can use it for cooking and lighting biogas. You do it, you have it in India. We have a lot of this cow dung, cow sheet, okay, cow dung. They use a lot of this cow dung and they convert into biogas. Okay, next one, foliar fertilizer. Now, what's the meaning of foliar fertilizer? These are fertilizers which you spray on the leaves. You don't put into the soil, into the roots, or you don't let the root absorb it, but they absorb it through the leaves. So you can spray it directly onto the leaves. This is called foliar feeding. Foliar from the word foliage. Foliage means the leaves. Okay, so the plants were able to absorb it through the leaves, the stomata and the epidermis. So, okay, so this is, you can also produce your own foliar fertilizer. Okay, next one, banana peel. Banana peel can be used to make natural bioplastic. Okay, very interesting. So C3 has a manual on that. Okay, make banana peel. Take a banana peel. You gotta grind it. You gotta add in substances. You gotta add in things. Okay, you just can't make it from banana peel alone. You gotta add in things. It's a chemical process of conversion. It becomes something quite a little bit what we call elastic, kenyal. You can pull it a little bit. It becomes bioplastic. Okay, you can make a thin sheet. Okay, lastly, these are a few examples. It can be more. There are things that I do not know, maybe. All right, you surprise me. Okay, as long as it's something useful and you're able to make something good out of your kitchen waste, that will be excellent. Okay, so lastly, let's go to social sciences. All right, application of social science to solve environmental problems and challenges. So why are we employing green technology? Because we want to overcome issues related to environment, not just environment, but also social problems. Okay, so environmental education. So what is environmental education? It is educating the people on the importance of saving your environment. Okay, how do we do that? You can do your own very small part by telling your parents, telling the older generation, your grandparents, okay, to do things that can they are not harmful to the environment. They are able to quantify under as, saving the environment. For example, do not throw plastic waste, all right? Do not bury your plastic waste into the ground. Try to repurpose them. Your 5 R's. Last time we used to say 3 R's. Now it's going to be 5 R's already, okay? We have upcycling, okay? We have so many things to do. So educate, do your part as a educated student, a student in your home. How can you tell your parents, your elder generation, your grandparents, your cousins, or your younger siblings? How do you protect the environment and maintain a sustainability, environmental sustainability? Okay, first of all, objectives of environmental education is to create awareness. First of all, you need to know there is a problem with our earth today. It's going bad, right? It's going downhill. So you have to let them know, right? There is a problem that we need to tackle. We can't afford to let Mother Earth become suffocate, right? Become worse. Next thing is you need to have the knowledge. Okay, knowledge on how to overcome the issue, the problems. Okay, so that's first of all awareness. The first step to overcoming a problem is to be aware there is a problem. Okay, you cannot deny it, there's a problem. Number 2 is getting knowledge. Knowledge to overcome the problem, come to the solution. What can I do about it to overcome the situation, to remedy the situation? Okay. Next one, attitude. Attitude, the values. Okay. You know what to do, but are you going to do it? Okay. Inculcate the values, your social responsibility. You know that you have a part to play. to save the environment. If everybody thinks the other person is going to do it, like the story is, somebody will think that another person will be able to do it. In the end, nobody does it. Okay, everybody thinks some do it, but in the end, it's a job that anybody could have done, but in the end, nobody did it. Okay, it's a story of 4 people. All right, someone called somebody, anybody, nobody, everybody. So let's make a sentence with that. Everybody thought somebody would do it. This is a job that anybody could do. But in the end, because everybody thought somebody would do it, so in the end, nobody did it. Okay, it's a good pun, a good play on words. Okay, it's very good. Okay, it serves for us to remember. If you don't do it, everybody thinks you're going to do it. You don't do it, in the end, nobody does it actually. Okay, so skills. What are this to help the individuals and the communities to acquire the skills to solve the problem? So you got to give information. Okay, your education, this environmental education is to teach people what to do. Participation, okay, to actively get people to take part, for example, in campaigns in order to make your environment better. Okay, you got to rope people in to get people into the project and so on. Okay, to be actively involved. In schools, what you can do in schools, organize activities like Leo Club, Interact Club, and all that. Okay, they organize campaigns, okay, to maybe clean up parks, clean up the beaches, encourage people to protect and care for the environment. Have a one weekend where you go to the beach, you stay near the beach, right? Everybody just bring a bag and just spend 2-3 hours there picking up the rubbish and throwing it away responsibly. You can very sure in Penang or in Bangkok, you will see rubbish on the beach because everybody is throwing rubbish. They are too lazy to go and find a dustbin to throw their things. After the picnic, they will throw whatever it is on the beach, and every time you will see there's a lot of rubbish there. Okay, so campaigns, what you can do, right? Organize campaigns, save and replant trees, conserve water, reduce domestic waste, conserve energy. So these are all these examples. Recycling and upcycling. So this is a new term for you maybe. Upcycling is a different recycling. Recycling is this product is you throw away, right? You don't want to use it. That means you take it back and use it again. Use it again in the same function, the same purpose. That's called recycling. Using it again in the same way. But upcycling is slightly different. You're taking a waste material that nobody wants, but you are converting it, transforming it different thing. That's called upcycling. Okay, instead of throwing it away, you are converting it into another thing. For example, you upcycle your favorite sweater, it got holes in it, so you cut away the sleeve, you cut away all this part that you don't want, and you use it. Maybe you knit it and you put it into you make it into a kettle warmer, or you make it into a little jacket for your poodle to wear, okay, or your little cat to wear around cold nights. So you can upcycle. Okay, from a sweater which is a lot of holes, you make it, you fashion it into a little jacket or a little baju for your little pet to wear. That's upcycling. Okay, and cleaning up the surrounding environment, using large scale agotong. These are things you can do. Okay. So basically, this is not exhaustive. The list would be more. So I want you to surprise me. All right, I give you a free rein. I want you to develop something useful with your kitchen waste and expired food from your kitchen. Okay, from domestic. Okay, so here, all right. So I would like to just to recap. So I've already given some examples of what you can do for green technology and the concepts related. What is green technology? In building vertical garden, converting waste, and generation, making new renewable energy. Okay, and also the 4 pillars. And also I have the definition of green technology, and also C3. What is C3? So look up. Okay, this is the foremost authority on green technology in Malaysia here. Okay, so all right. So I have given you input for hopefully enough for you to go for your to start on your PBL. Right. So I will end broadcast at the moment. Right. We will enter Google Meet afterwards, where I give you more information. All right, okay. So I think there's no questions here at the moment. So we will discuss that later in okay. So all right, everyone, all those students out there. All right, bye-bye. I will see you later, and I'll also see my other students. Okay, another time. Okay. Okay. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.